Hi, YouTube family, and thanks for stopping by. I have already connected with your energy, and I was guided to these three cards for you, which is Prince of Swords, Five of Wands, and Two of Pentacles. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started. The Prince of Swords has shown up in your reading today because it is showing that you need to think of ways to turn your ideas into reality. Develop your skills and your self esteem. And don't allow frustration and defensiveness to cause you trouble. And you need to respond to situations with cleverness. And you need to start making plans and know that you are going to have to make a few sacrifices on your journey to reach your destination. And I'm seeing that there's going to take a lot of movement. And you need to be careful of your thoughts at this time because you are moving ahead on your journey and they need to be fully aligned with your intentions. And if you look closely at the Prince of Swords, you will see below the galloping stallion of the Prince of Swords is a blue pyramid containing a white bird, the symbol of the prince's land of clouds and sky. Under the stars of earthly evening, he carries his shield in anticipation of ballads brought about by his outspoken nature. He is young and quick to react and may strike out and be childish when he can't get his own way. However, he is charismatic and he will probably manage to get out of a lot of situations without physical conflict. His bravery, if sometimes a thoughtless reaction, is to be admired. And he is very active and productive, and he will fight for a good idea as well as his personal values. And he is found on the side of truth and justice and wants you to know that you will find your truth within you on your journey. And you are going to get the justice you deserve because the universe is already serving justice where it is needed. And the Five of Wands has shown up in your reading today because now is the time for contemplation. In this world of contemplation and conflicting views, you need to stand up for yourself and your ideas. Refuse to be a victim, but in a frustrating situation, try to be creative instead of restrictive. The struggle should be fair and represent all viewpoints. If your sense of self is strong, you will not deny others a forum for their own ideas. Do not fail to express your own ideas with clarity and logic. And respect yourself and fight for your dreams. And don't allow your frustration and anger to get the best of you because that will hurt you. If you look closely at the Five of Wands, under five crossed and opposing wands, two leaders of competing forces face each other. They have reached an impasse, and there has been much quarreling and armed combat, but these warriors still respect each other. All men of war respect a worthy opponent. They're equally paired, and neither is willing to concede defeat. Although angry and frustrated, they are restrained in their dealings with one another, hoping that they still may win by making the other admit his errors or judgment. If wisdom prevails, this struggle can remain balanced, and perhaps eventually these stubborn soldiers will be able to compromise and accommodate each other's point of view. The circle above them represents a higher plan which has not yet been revealed. So know that there is a higher plan for your life. Even though you are having to fight a few battles now, there is a higher plan, and the battles you are fighting and winning are getting you one step closer to your dreams. And the Two of Pentacles has shown up in your reading today because it symbolizes change. And you need to be ready to cope with change. And you must stay centered while you stay flexible. And get to know thyself. You will soon experience the period of change, and you need to make sure that you don't lose focus. The growth from child to young adult and from young adult to old age is meaningless without the wisdom accumulated with the change and seasons of your life. We have endured change in the past, but confronting an uncomfortable situation and not being able to cope with change will hold you back. Confronting uncomfortable situations is what you need to do at this time. Don't allow them to hold you back. And remain flexible and see change as opportunities. If you look closely at the Two of Pentacles, you will see that two snakes are on a background filled with rippling currents of colored light and shadow. Soon the dark snake will shed its skin and appear light, while the lighter snake's skin will turn dark. This is an ever-changing, cynical nature and the material world. Ours is a world of duality, light and dark, male and female, young and old, life and death, and each eventually becoming its opposite. The figure eight surrounding the two stars is also the universal symbol for infinity. It is a figure without beginning or end, formed by a point that is constantly changing directions. The touch of this infinity symbol containing the two stars dissolves the point of four arrows coming in from the four corners of this card, symbolizing how every action, direction, and possibility presented in each moment is nothing more or less than another temporary turn of events. So be ready for changing events and go with the flow. And know that when you go with the flow, things are going to turn out better than you know. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this reading. I would like to thank you again for stopping by and allowing me to connect with you. I hope that this reading has provided the insight that you were seeking. If this reading resonates, please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe so that you can receive notifications when I post your new reading. And if you would like to become a member of my channel or make a donation to my channel, the link is in the description and it will be greatly appreciated. Well, until next time, goodbye, my lovelies.